I might not be able to control how long I'm going to live. And I might not completely be able to control whether or not I succumb to Alzheimer's disease. But I don't want to spend the last decade of my life not being able to do the things that I want to do physically.
Get ready for an incredible conversation with Peter Attia on high performance.
What is, in your eye, high performance?
For me personally, I mean, it's shifted so much. So it used to be about the here and now. It used to be about my performance in cycling or boxing or whatever it is that I was doing. Today, it's 100% focused on what does my performance look like in the last decade of my life. If I can be sure that that is exceptionally high performance, I'm confident that everything I'm doing before then will be at the highest level it can. But the thing that really isn't remotely fixed is the quality of your life. That's the part that everyone's born with pretty much a clean slate, no matter what their genes might speak to as far as the length of their life. And if a person really focuses on the quality of their life and takes that as the most important metric, as opposed to, say, the length of their life, I just don't see any reason why that shouldn't be the highest focus. And why, by the way, when you do that, you get bonus time as well. You do actually extend life by focusing on quality. You know, the word longevity gets thrown around a lot, and it's a bit of a confusing word because I think sometimes people hear longevity and they just think about how long they live, or maybe they just think about quality of life. But really, it's all of those things. So longevity really speaks to lifespan, which is how long you live, and health span, which is the quality of your life. The four horsemen really are the adversaries you're going up against in the length of life part of the discussion. So if you want to live longer, by definition, you have to delay death. Those would be mathematical equivalents. So to delay death, it makes sense to understand what drives death. And in the world today, this is not true 150 years ago, but today we die from chronic diseases. And if you exclude smokers, and I am excluding smokers from this because, yeah, I realize a lot of people smoke, but usually the people who are smoking are not the ones that are interested in longevity. So let's just simplify the analysis and say for a non-smoking population, what are the things that are going to kill basically 80% of them? It's going to be heart disease, cancer, what are called neurodegenerative diseases, of which Alzheimer's disease is the most common, and then all of the metabolic diseases that run the gamut from something called insulin resistance all the way to type 2 diabetes. And if you understand that those are the horsemen and you want to live longer, part of that strategy is what drives each of them and what do I need to do to delay their onset? Because that's the magic in having a slightly longer life. Not an infinite life, but you can live 10 years longer by delaying the onset of those diseases. The problem with those diseases is that they differ a lot from a ruptured appendix or pneumonia or gastroenteritis. See, those illnesses, you can treat them when they show up, right? Like, any of you guys having pain in the right lower part of your abdomen right now? No. So should any of us go to the hospital and ask someone to take our appendix out? No. You wait until the appendix is inflamed and is about to rupture, or it has ruptured, and then you take it out. And again, I'm not advocating we change that. I'm not advocating that every time someone is born, we take their appendix out. But with chronic diseases, that playbook of wait until you are sick doesn't seem to work. And this is not an opinion, it's simply just an observation of fact. We have made virtually no progress on extending life by treating chronic diseases in that fashion. This is kind of stark. And in fact, I think there are very few pictures in my book because, there just wasn't enough room to put all my favorite pictures in. But this is one of the pictures that's in there, which is a figure that shows what human mortality has looked like in the developed world since, about 1890 or so, 1880 until today, with and without the inclusion of infectious diseases and communicable diseases. So if you just look at all diseases, life expectancy has gone from about 40 to about 80 years. So we've about doubled lifespan by taking care of these acute illnesses. If you strip the top 8 causes of communicable and infectious diseases out of the analysis, it's a flat line. We have not extended life very much. So that tells you right there that we're doing a little bit. I don't want to suggest that people don't live longer today because we have better treatments for heart disease and cancer and things like that. We do, but it's not dramatic. It's not like decades of difference.